All right, today we're going to go over AgHippo, which is where we can find all the data uploaded by the Road Fox computers inside the spray trucks. This is the web address that you would want to go to sign into AgHippo. Once you're here, you'll be prompted to put in your unique username and password for a given district, and you hit sign in. Once we sign in, it will populate. And the first thing we want to do is we'll look at the history. So we want to make sure we select spray history. Once we do that, it's going to repopulate a map, and we can scroll down. When we scroll down, you will see this menu box here. When you select it, it gives you the option for picking specific days or a given period of time in the past to look at the history. You can also customize this if you wanted to go from, say, May the 5th of 2025 to May 12th of 2025. And that will give you the whole week. And you see that brings up the custom range. What we're going to do is May 19th, and you go over here, click May, and go to May 20th, and hit apply. So we're going to be looking at the last 2 days, May 19th and 20th. The first thing you're going to see if you scroll down are the truck numbers that are currently working in this given district. And you're going to get what we would consider a report card. This is basically a snapshot of the last 2 days for these two trucks. The number of acres sprayed, the number of gallons of chemical used, the average mile per hour while spraying, the gallon per acre average. It will always be in the left, never in the right. And then obviously the combined, which is the total. If the mile per hour and the gallons per acre are within parameters, you're going to see a good report card. If one of the speed or the gallons per acre is out of parameter on an average for the day or for the time period, you would see a good report card for each of the trucks. Then we can scroll back up here and you will see the trucks populated on the map. And if you scroll down to the trucks, you will see the path of the trucks. So what we want to do is we want to click Show Path, and that's going to show you where the truck is driven. And secondly, this little box right here that has off, we want to toggle that on. By doing that, it's going to give us this row of dots. Okay, let me see. As you see here, the row of black dots simply means the truck traveled down that road. Once the spray booms are turned on, you will see a series of dots that are either solid green, green with a yellow center, green with a red center, or green with a green center with a yellow circle. And we'll look at that in 1 second. So if you hover over a dot, when you hover over a dot, it will show you specifically which booms were activated, which in this case, it was booms 8 and 9. It does show you the yellow section of that dot shows that the rate was slightly low. The green part of that dot, which is the outside, shows you that the speed was good. If we go to the next dot, which is solid green, you will see the rate is good and the speed is good, and we still have the two booms on. So you're able to follow the truck along its path, and this is in the history, and you're able to look at each one of these individual areas where the boom was on, and you can see individually what was going on at that time. Okay, so you can follow this for each truck in that given time period that we selected. The second part of AgOtter is live. So when we go live, it takes it a minute to load. But once it goes live and fully populates, we're then able to scroll in and see the trucks in real time. And if we hit, let's scroll down to this second truck. Okay. Scroll in here and we hit show path. And we're able to see the black line shows the road that the vehicle has been traveling on in real time. There is a 60-second interval between uploads. So every 60 seconds it will refresh. The red area here is the period where the booms were turned on. You can tell by the width of the pattern here and here. This would be one boom. This is most likely two booms. But you're able to follow the truck in real time. And like I said, it's a 60-second refresh. So if we wait, this truck is going to move down the road at the next refresh. You're also able to go over here and actually click the refresh button, which will automatically go through a cycle of refreshing it. It can take a few moments for it to go through the refresh as it uploads the data. Now, as you see, the truck was here. It has now moved down this direction and is now here. And along this path, none of the booms were activated, so we don't see any red designation for the booms being activated. So that is the two ways we can access the data from the Road Fox, either in history if we need to look back, or in the live version to look at where the vehicles are currently. I appreciate your time. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us and we'll try to help the best we can.